2024, for the first time, all three conditions, market, regulation, and infrastructure, are finally all in place.
But also the stablecoins will increase demand for U.S. dollars on a global basis. We need the proper regulatory framework in place here in America. We need legal certainty.
In public, no one wants to really talk about it. No one wants to be caught on camera or on microphone saying anything about it.
Except you.
Except me. The whole community, I think the financial community is really obsessed with the current debt crisis, as it should be. But I think there's another debt crisis that's brewing in the next 5 years. That is not there yet because we're so focused on the right now. Because during COVID,
the time to act is now. Forces have never previously converged in this way as we see it now. During previous bull markets, banks and financial institutions always had the risk of regulatory uncertainty.
XR is super helpful because pretty much you can come from any EVM chain or also, like, you can swap into whatever it is on Cosmos and then end up using your assets on DYDX pretty seamlessly.
We got the same kind of people that watch Formula One love technology, and people that are in Web3 love technology too, and tends to love cars as well. So
entire crew is go. Enjoy the ride, pal.
If you got a baggie, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more 1 o'clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in. Go ahead, throw on those moon suits, throw on those pilot shades, buckle up, because the future's extra bullish. Go ahead and throw that XRP in the bag, and let's go full speed, full throttle into the cryptoverse. We got the total global cryptocurrency market cap today. Red day, down about 3.5% in the past 24. We got XRP currently back to around 2 for $1 at 51.5 cents. Stellar XLM right around 9.5 cents. BTC right around 66, 67K. ETH right around 24, 25 hundo. Flare Networks right around 0.013. Axelar right around 76 cents. XDC right around 0.02. Songbird right around 0.006. We got one from James K. File on the pop things off. XRP community, SEC Govers Ripple. XRP, the SEC Gov has requested that the deadline for the filing is principal brief be January 15th, 2025. Jeremy Hogan, it would be a true shame if the SEC slaves over and finishes the most awesome brief ever written on January 15th, only to have the SEC chair changed by the new president on Inauguration Day, January 20th, and then the whole appeal drop. That would suck. Flip that switch. Eleanor Terrett, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse addresses the part of the cross appeal filed last night, seeking clarity on whether an investment contract under the Securities Act needs to have an explicit contract. Pompliano asks if crypto tokens are deemed to be an investment contract. Does that change the classification for people like Coinbase and others that now are allowing investment contracts across their platforms? Brad responds and says, if the SEC were to prevail on this point, it is a shit show for the industry. It just pushes more of it offshore. Clown show. Mr. Intuitive, remember when Brad Garlinghouse said the U.S. government is clearly going after Tether and all the self-loathers told him he's a hater? Just in, U.S. government launches investigation into USDT crypto firm Tether. It's about to get real. RLUSD. Pharaoh X, just as RLUSD is soon to come out. Not a coincidence. The flippening. Bloomberg cryptocurrencies dipped across the board following a report that the U.S. was investigating the issuer of Tether stablecoin that underpins much of the trading in the digital asset world. Taking a look at Tether here as it depaking down off the news. Tether, USDT, get ready for that RLUSD. Bank XRP, U.S. Senator Bill Hagerty has introduced a new bill in Congress aiming to establish clear regulations, guidelines for stablecoins in the United States. Ripple, RLUSD, set to launch.
The impact of this, though, actually gets back to the beginning of the story that you and I talked about. You think about the efforts that Vladimir Putin and these BRICS nations are undertaking to get around the United States as the reserve currency of the world. This will actually strengthen our posture as a reserve currency. It will increase demand not only for U.S. Treasuries, but also the stablecoins will increase demand for U.S. dollars on a global basis. We need the proper regulatory framework in place here in America. We need legal certainty. The Biden and Harris administration have done everything they can to destroy that sort of legal certainty. This will begin to chip away at the Democrats' war on cryptocurrency and put us back in the driver's seat when it comes to maintaining the reserve currency status that the dollar has enjoyed and should continue to enjoy.
Yeah, and do you think we would see this kind of legislation from the current Securities and Exchange Commission chairman, or is this making
Absolutely
the assumption
not.
There's a new SEC chairman?
That the assumption is very clear that this legislation will move it through, and this will be ripe for a new administration.
XRP drops the combination of Ripple custody and Ripple payments, opens the door for the entire digital asset ecosystem. Ripple custody to offer directional trades and derivative positions, trading on tokenized assets, engage in spot trading across multiple cryptocurrencies. Ripple payments provide those same customers access to streamlined off-ramps. We got a couple from Mr. Man XRP. We all know by now that there are several potential things that can spark the next Plandemic. But what you may not know is that this is the largest concern the economic world is facing, the biggest pandemic of all. This will be what assists the large-scale crypto adoption. This is your shock to the economy.
In public, no one wants to really talk about it. No one wants to be caught on camera or on microphone saying anything about it.
Except you.
Except me. But privately, that's all that people can think about right now. Like you mentioned, it's one of the largest economies in the world. It is the largest bilateral creditor, official creditor in the world right now. And on debt, there has been very slow progress, but there is some progress. The Sovereign Debt Roundtable hailed some of the progress that's been made with Sri Lanka, with Ghana in the last few months. But beyond that, there has been not much said by China itself and by the Chinese delegation. And also there's been just general calls for faster resolutions of debt crises and debt distress. But the whole community, I think the financial community, is really obsessed with the current debt crisis, as it should be. But I think there's another debt crisis that's brewing in the next 5 years. That is not there yet because we're so focused on the right now. Because during COVID, a lot of countries, especially developing economies, had to issue 10-year bonds, which will be maturing around 2030. And then in the last couple of years, because interest rates have been so high in the US, they've been issuing short-term bonds of 5 years because they don't want to lock themselves into long-term bonds at really high interest rates. So they are going to mature also in around 2030. Yeah. They've been taking a lot of debt from multilaterals, which is also maturing around 2030. So, and the global economic situation is not one of really high growth. We've heard this many times, of tepid growth, of, long-term projections being low. So we might be in a situation where around 2030, a lot of these countries have to roll over the debt, so issue new bonds or default. So that is a crisis that's coming up, and we're struggling to solve this one that we're in right now. And we're going to head straight into another crisis. And in either of these scenarios, it's not just China. Of course, China is a big creditor, but there's the G20 common framework that's not as impressive.
We've talked
results.
about extensively, and there's been some progress, as you.
There's been, of course, some progress, but it's slower moving. I think everyone recognizes that this is a big issue, that it needs to be dealt with, but the pace has not reflected the urgency.
Okay, but let me
We got another one from Mr. Man XRP. Confluences for a regulatory bullrun are all here. All three conditions have lined up: market, regulations, infrastructure.
For European banks, the time to act is now. Forces have never previously converged in this way as we see it now. During previous bull markets, banks and financial institutions always had the risk of regulatory uncertainty. Even if digital asset represented a viable and an intriguing business opportunity, the technology and the infrastructure took a bit of time to develop. Both are now in a much more mature state than ever before. And 2024, for the first time, all three conditions, market, regulation, and infrastructure, are finally all in place. This is a huge opportunity for banks across Europe, and the time to capture it is now.
We got Axelar network. Axelar is super helpful because pretty much you can come from any EVM chain.
Axelar is super helpful because pretty much you can come from any EVM chain or Also, like, you can swap into whatever it is on Cosmos and then end up using your assets on DYDX pretty seamlessly. It really takes a lot of the thinking out of the actual end-to-end depositing or withdrawal process. So you don't really have to worry about doing all the steps yourself. You don't have to bridge from ETH to Cosmos yourself, for instance, and then get those funds on the DYDX chain. It's kind of just a one-click solution. So it's been great working with Axlar through our routing partners to get users this seamless experience.
We got Crypto Eddy, Web3 technology and cars, Alpine. We're mixing very well, xSpectar, Metaverse.
We got the same kind of people that watch Formula One love technology, and people that are in Web3 love technology too, and tends to love cars as well. So we're mixing very well.
We had xSpectar featuring Alpine Alpenglow Hypercars. More than just digital collectibles, these exclusive high-end metaverse vehicles are now available at XRP Cafe now. Limited edition, 888 available, 149 XRP. Own your own drivable asset in the xSpectar. First. If you guys like earning some crypto, Pure Says Technology, we're excited to announce the launch of the XRP Ledger Snap for Metamask. Today, 30 million active users of Metamask are now just one click away from having an account on the XRP Ledger, creating a unique opportunity for adoption and management of the XRP Ledger asset and the most used crypto wallet in the world. The Snap contains all the features currently available on the XRP Ledger mainnet and testnet network and can be integrated by any dApp to connect and sign transactions. The launch comes with an early adopter campaign with up to 10,000 XRP in prizes for early adopters. Try it out now. Links down below. XRP Ledger, Metamask Snap, 10,000 XRP early adopter campaign. Add the XRP Ledger Snap on your Metamask here. Create an XRP Ledger wallet and get your unique code. Complete the task to earn additional points. Up to 10K in XRP in prizes. The prize pool starts at 2,500 XRP and will increase by an additional 2,500 upon reaching 10K installs and another 5,000 XRP when we reach 25,000 installs. Make sure to share with friends. Links down below. Up to 10,000 in XRP prizes. Metamask, XRP Ledger. We got some breaking news coming out of Flare. Introducing Flare's blockchain machine images on Google Cloud Marketplace, enabling rapid deployment of full nodes across 20 plus networks, including Bitcoin and Ethereum, with plans to add more. A scalable, reliable solution designed for developers. Effortless node deployment, Flare's blockchain machine images now live on Google Cloud. Also, if you like some more rewards, jump into the Flare F Asset Beacon Quest if you haven't already. Galaxy Flare Beacon Quest, up to 40,000 in Flare rewards. You got XRP Crypto BTC Cycle Top Countdown, June or September 2025. Market calendars for June 2025, September 2025. Here's the reasoning behind the dates. We got Cycle 1 BTC took 245 days to reach a cycle top after closing one full body candle above Fib 1. Cycle 2, this time it took 214 days from the full body close above Fib 1. Cycle 3, I'm choosing November 2021 as a cycle top, not April 2021 as some analysis suggests, which took 335 days. Cycle 4 prediction, the average length of the previous 3 cycle days, 265 days, leading to an estimated top around June of 2025. Alternatively, using the longest cycle duration of cycle 3, 335 days, we arrive at September 2025. And taking a look at the total 2 here, cryptocurrency market cap excluding BTC, we had the BTC halving cycle. First cycle lasted about 539 days from the BTC halving day. Next cycle, BTC halving cycle of May of 2020 took about 546 days. Cycle top November of 2021. The previous cycle topped around January of 2018. And in our current BTC halving cycle, which recently passed in April of 2024, we take around the same average time of the previous 2 cycles. We're looking at a cycle top going into fall of 2025. Lining up with the cycle 3 with XRP Crypto, September 2025. Cycle top. You shall wait to see what happens. The longer they take, the higher we climb on that XRP. Rich list, where will those bags be when that liquidity starts flowing and that regulation jar molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally revealed? Later glitches.
Welcome to the party. This a moon party. Hey, this a moon party. the party. Welcome to the party. This a moon party. This a moon party. Welcome to the party. We don't play around here.